I got until on the 21st of July that it is available on the Nintendo eShop. I pre-ordered it and then the download started, and then on that night the game has been playable on the Nintendo Switch platform. Pokémon Unite is a free to download game currently on the Nintendo Switch, but it will be made available for Android and iOS users by September of this year. I'll put the official link in the description if you wish to download this game to your Switch because perhaps you cannot wait until September to have it on your mobile. This game is a MOBA, short for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena, which means you can play with your friends in the arena, alongside them or against them, or both. Imagine League of Legends with some modifications, or something similar. Well, it's been developed by Tencent Games, the developer of League of Legends, so the parallelism makes sense. The game is cross-platform, or the game claims to be, which means you can play with your friends if you use the Switch, and they'll be using the mobile version in September. This also means you can sign on the mobile version using your account on the Switch along with all of its progress and achievements. You can use either your Nintendo account or your Pokemon Trainer Club account. You may create the latter if you don't have one yet. In my case, I'm only using my Nintendo account. Now for the game experience. The game opens up with a cutscene where multiple Pokemons are playing in an arena that resembles something like a baseball field, or at least that's what I can make out of it. The game calls this place the Aeos Island. The scene lasts for about a few minutes. I'll leave you here until the scene finishes, or you may fast forward to the next video chapter if you wish. After the cutscene, this is the part where we create our own character, the Pokemon trainer who should best depict how we want to look online. This is a personal preference. Looks are subjective, beauty is relative, so decide for yourself. You tailor your facial profile, customize your eyes, select your skin tone, style your hair, pick a hair color, and a rather more important decision, choose your trainer clothes. There are two choices currently, the orange one and the purple one. Take note that this free choice must be final. Once you make this choice, the one you didn't pick will be made available to you at a price, unless you're ready for some kind of spending at this early stage. I suggest you pick wisely. And now for the basic gameplay tutorial. We start by learning how to move using the left joystick, or on mobile I am assuming this will, in September, be occupying the entire left side of your screen. And then we can execute basic attacks to deal basic damage using the button A, or again, on mobile this might be positioned to your right along with other skill triggers, but this one should take the largest space, I guess. You'd want to use basic attack on high bombs, or the equivalents of minions for those familiar with the term, to gain new experience and, more importantly, Eos Energy. Eos Energy is that metaphysical form of energy that you'd want to contain inside your Unite Ball and release it at one of the enemy team's goal zones in order to score some points. It's the total of these points which will determine the winner at the end of the game. The higher, the better. You can also gain Eos Energy by defeating wild Pokémons in the jungle, or in more familiar terms, this is how we farm. Of course, there are other skills that deal more decent damage, but they require some cooldown time after each use. On the Switch, you can trigger them using the buttons R and ZR. On mobile, these buttons should be positioned right next to the basic attack trigger, above, below, or on the sides depending on future mobile configurations. And finally, as your Pokemon levels up, it gains a more advanced ability. That is the Unite move, which to me seems like the ultimate. On the Switch, it can be triggered using DL. On mobile, I guess you find that predictable at this point. There might be other elements that I missed after spending a few minutes in-game, but these are all of the essentials I gathered from Forest and Irby. You shall meet these researcher and trainer respectively if you should decide to play the game yourself. Now it's about time to put these theories into practice or application through an actual match, or a practice that resembles one. We're given the chance to use Charizard, a Pokemon in the form of a dragon, a melee that has a balance of offense and endurance. He sounds like a fighter to me. And so let's get this done. And by the way, when playing, I'm not a talker kind, so I am on mute for most of the time until after the match, unless I find something worth noting. And so, let's begin.
Ready, go!
Now Orbi tells us that Zapdos has appeared in the central area, and I think this creature is the equivalent of Lord in another MOBA called Mobile Legends. And now my teammates are attacking Zapdos, and this is a part where we say attack the Lord in Mobile Legends again as an example. And as usual, I'm late.
What a goal! Five, four, three, two, one. Time's up. You win.
Okay, I was sort of expecting that the ending would be a scene where the enemy base gets destroyed, but maybe I over compared it to other MOBAs I know. Maybe this one is better in here, unlike other MOBAs, there shall be no need to demolish or destroy a base which contains in it all of the hopes and dreams of a human soul for victory, only to face defeat, if you know what I mean. That may sometimes be heartbreaking. By that, I think this game feels a lot lighter and just simply entertaining and recreational. As I have mentioned earlier, the arena looks like a baseball field, and like that game, there seems to be like a fixed time or a set period after which the team that earns the most points shall win. And we just did. So, as a commemoration of our first Unite battle, of course, Orbi rewards us with something that is called a Unite license. It's the fancy term for giving us a free Pokemon to own. And though I sort of like Pikachu and his long-range attacks, I prefer Charizard, a melee with close-range attacks, specializing in close-quarter combat. And I also adore dragons. Of course, again, the ones you shall not pick, as usual, will be made available to you for purchase later on. Now let's take a quick look at the interface of the game. There are a few things you might not want to miss. First, check the trainer level menu. On the Switch, that means pressing R when you're on this screen. Each time our training level increases, you get a gift, and in this case I got a new Unite license or a new Pokemon. You would also want to check the
shops, which comprise the Unite Battle Committee, where you can purchase Unite licenses for other Pokemon that suit your playstyle. The Aeos Emporium, where you can buy fashion items or costumes for your trainer profile, or basically your own profile adornments. And the Zirco Trading, where you can obtain holographic outfits for your Pokemons. In other words, Pokemon skins. The mode of currency at the shops would be Aeos coins, which you earn by playing, or Aeos gems, which you buy, I assume, mostly using real world money. And the pricing for Aeos gems is fairly standard, I think. For first timers, 120 Aeos gems are sold for 99 cents, and your $4.99 will afford you 490 Aeos gems, all the way up to $100 for 7,100 Aeos gems. So the less you buy, the more you pay, and the more you buy, the less you pay. As with other games, gems or diamonds come cheaper if you buy them in bulk or bigger quantities. Here are the remaining sections of the user interface: practice, closet, IM box, rankings, friends, mail. All of it is quite intuitive, or one can easily navigate through it without much confusion, I think. This is where you'd go if you want to practice more, or change clothes, or check your status, or your friends, or your messages. That's it. Overall, I think Pokemon Unite seems like a nice game that is worthy of our grades, or I mean, I like it. Oh, what do you think? I'd be very delighted to hear your thoughts on this.